The caves of Mira de Aire are one of the most fascinating cave systems in Portugal, located in the central part of the country. It has the largest public cave system in Portugal and one of the most visited. The caves stretch for more than 11 kilometres, which is 6.8 miles, although only a small part of this is open to the public for tours, around 600 metres or so. The caves were discovered relatively recently, in 1947, by a local man named José Raquel. Before this, the existence of such a vast underground network was completely unknown. The discovery was made when an underground spring caused part of the cave system to collapse, revealing its hidden chambers. Like many other limestone caves, the Mira de Aire caves are famous for their impressive formations of stalagmites and stalactites. These formations are created over millions of years as mineral-rich water drips from the cave ceiling and solidifies, forming unique shapes and structures. The cave features some of the most intricate and beautiful stalactites and stalagmites in Europe. The cave also has a variety of large and spacious chambers, each with its own unique atmosphere and features. You'll see this in the video. The big hall, or the Gran Sala, is one of the largest chambers, and some of the passages are large enough to accommodate groups of visitors walking through them at the same time. The temperature inside the caves remains constant all year round, hovering around 16 degrees. This makes it a popular destination for visitors, especially in summer when temperatures outside can be very high. The cave system is equipped with sophisticated lighting that enhances its natural beauty. The lights highlight the intricate formations of the stalactites and stalagmites, creating a surreal, almost otherworldly experience as visitors walk through the cave. These caves have also yielded some important paleontological discoveries, including fossils of ancient animals. Some of these fossils date back, providing a glimpse into the prehistorical life that once inhabited the region. As you will see, visitors to the caves can take guided tours that provide insights into the history, geology and ecology of the area. The tours usually last around 45 to 60 minutes and are conducted in multiple languages, including Portuguese, English and Spanish. The caves are also known for their underground water systems, including rivers and small lakes. Some of these waters come from the surface and flow through the cave's channels, creating eerie reflections on the cave's walls and floors. You'll see this later in the video.
Mind your head. Mind your head, Mum.
Thank you.
Careful with your head here.
If you've enjoyed the content, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot and helps me keep bringing you more awesome videos. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. And of course, why not follow us on Facebook and Instagram?
It's a bit cool.
While the pathways inside the caves are generally well designed, there are some very steep staircases in certain parts. These can require a bit of effort, especially if you're not used to climbing stairs. The cave's natural layout means that you will likely need to navigate several flights of stairs, which can be tiring for some, particularly on the way out after you've explored deeper parts of the cave. The walkways are mostly smooth, but parts of the cave may have uneven surfaces, such as small rocks or steps. This could pose a challenge for people with limited mobility or those who may have difficulty walking on uneven ground. However, most of the major tour routes have been paved and levelled for ease of walking, so it's generally not a major concern. As I've said before, caves tend to have high humidity levels and the air inside can feel moist and cool, especially in deeper areas. Now that was scary. That was not nice. You've really got to have a head for heights to come in here. As the temperature remains constant at around 16 degrees Celsius, which is comfortable but might feel chilly, especially if you've just come from warmer temperatures outside. For those who are not used to damp environments or have respiratory concerns, this might be slightly uncomfortable, but it's generally not a major difficulty. The full tour of the cave, as I've said before, lasts about, well, say 45 to 60 minutes, so you will be walking for an extended period of time. Although it's not an exhausting hike or trek, it can feel long if you're not used to standing or walking for that amount of time. You'll also be moving at a moderate pace with the group, So if you're someone who needs frequent breaks or has mobility concerns, it's good to know this in advance. And of course, tell your tour guide. The cave is well lit with artificial lighting that of course enhances the beauty of the formations, but in some of the walkways it can be very narrow or winding. This is mostly in the case of smaller chambers or areas where the formations are denser. While it's nothing extreme, those with claustrophobia or fear of tight spaces might find certain parts a little uncomfortable. The caves are a popular tourist attraction, so depending on when you visit, the caves pass can get a bit crowded, especially in high season. This could make movement a bit slower, especially in the narrower passages. If you want a more relaxed experience, it's best to visit in the off-peak seasons, spring or fall. $15,000 bottles of red wine down there. I'm in paradise. So that red wine they were talking about, 15,000 bottles, comes from the southern region of Portugal, and it's stored there for 5 years because of the humidity, temperature, all those sort of things. 15,000 bottles of red. So the reason why they keep wine in caves are, well, for a number of reasons. One is that the temperature is stable. Caves naturally maintain a constant temperature around between 12 and 16 degrees Celsius, which is ideal for aging wine. Ideal humidity, because wine cellars should have around 60 to 80% humidity to keep the corks from drying out. If the corks dry out, air can enter the bottle and spoil the wine. The darkness, wine is very sensitive to UV rays, which can break down the compounds in the wine and cause it to age prematurely. There's a vibration-free environment. Wine aging requires a stable, undisturbed environment. Constant vibration or movement can interfere with the wine's chemical reactions. Natural insulation, the earth surrounding the cave offers excellent insulation. And apparently, historically, the Romans and Greek winemakers used to store their wines in natural caves or underground cellars for preservation and aging. So there we go, a bit of history and knowledge for you. I've noticed they've also caged this one up. They must have known I was coming.
Yeah, because the lights works by time.
Although the cave is accessible to many, it's important to note that people with reduced mobility might face some difficulties. Some parts of the cave, particularly the stairs and uneven ground, may be challenging for those with walking aids. If you or someone you're travelling with needs special accommodations, it's best to check with the cave's official site or tour operators in advance to see if there are specific tours or assistance available. This part of the cave used to be completely flooded by the dark river, but now of course we're able to walk down it very, very slowly. There are railings along the paths and stairways to help guide you, and the tour guides are trained to ensure everyone's safety. Still, the occasional slip or misstep is possible, especially when walking on damp and uneven surfaces. So it's always important to take your time and watch your footing. And of course, always be mindful to wear the correct clothing and footwear. Deep inside the caves, there is an underground river that runs through the caves. This river is often described as dark because it flows through the subterranean space where light doesn't reach, and you can't typically see much of it unless illuminated by artificial light. The dark river contributes to the unique ecosystem of the cave. It supports certain species of cave-dwelling organisms, some of which are adapted to life in total darkness and rely on the minerals in the water for survival. And just like a lot of attractions, what better way to finish off a tour, and that's with a stroll round the gift shop. And then a brisk walk back up the hill to the restaurant to take a well-deserved lunch. Well, that was very interesting. I thoroughly enjoyed that. A little bit scared at, I won't disguise that, some of those steps were very, very steep, and you do have to be very careful when going down them. Sometimes there aren't any rails, but it is wow factor. Really, really good, but not for the faint-hearted. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification.